recording engineer can see everything you do. And for some reason, when voicing Isaac, I mean, it's obvious, I kind of imitate what's going on in the animation, but to like the ninth power. So I'm like, and I would just take these crazy gestures. And when we're done with the take, I would tend to freeze in position to sort of stay where I needed to be in case we had to come back in and get another line for a second try. It was just a way to keep it moving. And so I'd just be like, or something all the time, or like hugging myself. And this happened very frequently, where Tyler Walker, the show's director, and Corey Charlotte, the recording engineer, would be out there like, let's do this, and we do this take, blah, 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 blah. The cowboy always keeps his guns right here. And I'd stay like this. And there'd be silence. And I'm waiting for them to fit it to see if it works, if we need to get a take, and I'm like, hearing crickets. And so I'll kind of break, pose, and look, and to just see Tyler and Corey just staring at me. What the hell is that? I'm like, it's the character. Leave me alone. And one time, for some reason, and I didn't know why, Isaac was being very energetic, and so I was like reading, I was moving, like, you have to picture the mic being right here in front of me, right? But I was doing this. Which Corey, the mix engineer, hated because I'm like, stay on mic, for God's sakes. Are you giving dancing lessons in there? I'm sorry. So it became sort of this, which looked even stupider. And this is not, he just does it for weeks, right? And Tyler kept like threatening to film me doing Isaac in the booth. Boy, that sounds really horrible. Wait. This is what happens when I'm allowed to talk with no one going, Tatum, reel it back, reel it back. He would threaten to like film this and put this on YouTube. I'm like, please don't, please don't. I'm like, don't look at me, don't look at me. And I'm sort of like turning the lights off. They bother, the light from the monitors, they can see everything. So when I want to strip down and do it naked, they're like, ha ha ha. I'm like, no, don't laugh. Anyway, so we're doing this one take and I start doing this. And Corey, I had like, he and Tyler are out in the booth holding each other, crying. They're laughing so hard, watching me do. And then, when we're done, and Tyler's like, oh my God, what? I have never seen anyone in the world do what the hell? But keep doing it, it sounds great. It's just, please don't hurt yourself. And so they gave me no end of crap for doing that. And then like 20, 30 minutes later, we're still working on the same 2 episodes or something. And it just so happens that out of the blue, Isaac and Miria are both going, this character. I'm like, thank God, thank God, thank God. And Tyler's like, no, I think you're moving so much it's infecting the animation. It's resonating into the ether and going back in time and inspiring the original animators to make Isaac look like more of an ass. That is how much of an ass you look like. But that wasn't the funniest thing that's ever happened. No, that was probably the funniest. I've passed out in the booth before, having to scream really at the top of my lungs for, I know, right? Right? Everyone's like, oh, mommy, whatever. They laugh at you up there. They're like, welcome to the club. Here, they give you like a card, and then you click it, and you get 10 of those. You get like a free session. But yeah, I passed out for the first time, screaming, like doing a really crazy, like 9-second long. Now, 9 seconds may not seem like a lot of time, but try just going, rah! For 9 seconds at the top of your voice, like your guts like blah, and your voice is just red and raw, and there's things coming out of you. And you're clenching your fists going, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna make it. Was that 9 seconds? That was 2. Got it. And finally we did it, and I got to like 9.5, because I needed to give just a little bit they could clip off. And it was 9 seconds, like, ah! And I'm like, but I didn't really pass out all the way. Like I went, like my vision goes, and then it goes, and I'm falling. So, and I fall on my butt, and I'm like, oh, okay, ow, that hurts. And Mike McFarlane just kind of leans in. You all right? I don't know. welcome to the club. I just need 9 more of those to get a free weekend. Anyway, so yeah, that was, oh, many funny things happened in the booth. Many funny things. I can tell one more funny story about what happened in the booth, because this is really really good. Those of you that are fans of Black Butler will really like this, even though this is kind of an adult story. But again, with the movement stuff, this gets me in trouble all the time. There's a scene in Black Butler where Sebastian is... No, it's not the corset scene. It's not the corset scene. I didn't have to do anything on the corset scene. It's in the animation. I'm like, and they're just tying my shoes. You know, but I mean, there's a scene when he is chatting, shall we say, with a nun who is, as it so happens, not a very good nun. Kind of didn't really read everything she's supposed to do or not do. And Ian Sinclair, my dear friend, Bard, and also the show's director, was like, you know, we get this tape when he's stooping a nun, all right? He's stooping a nun. Never do that in real life. It's a bad idea. And Ian is like, well, that's a good read, the line he's saying, but it's missing something. And Ian is a very stage director style, and he's like, it needs movement. And I'm like, you need it means more movement, because I'm already giving this microphone everything. He's like, you need to give it more. You need to take it out to dinner. You need to tell it it looks pretty. And so we do this, and I'm like, okay, just let's do this. And again, it was in a whisper room that day, so that I felt very comfortable, not very vulnerable, because they can't see me, except this little window that's right here. And so we come back into the line, and I'm stooping the imaginary nun in the booth. And I hear laughter, but it's off-mic laughter. Like I should be hearing ha 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 from Ian, but I hear ah! And I look, and his face is right there. And he's like, you actually did it. You are a perverted son of a bitch. I'm like, you told me to do it. I hate you. Now I'm pregnant. And I don't know who the father is. I don't have eyes in the back of my head. Ah, the magic of audio. So, wow, I'm sorry. I should save some of this for the 18 Up panel. I apologize to any parents out there that are dumb enough to let your kids come here. Let's see, more questions. Let's see, I need some questions of you with the dragon. Does your dragon have a question? I don't speak dragon. Can you interpret? So turned on by this right now. Like, this is really, wow, you're amazing. This is really, what is that, like oil of Olay you use on your skin? Because I'm expecting like an alligator bag, but you are just, oh, my hands are ticklish. Oh dear, it's getting, in another life, sweet dragon, oh my god, I would totally bear your young. So you can eat them. But I'm afraid it just won't work out. We're from completely different worlds. I'm from this one, you're from some book. But you are, plenty of fish in the sea. Don't worry, don't get obsessed with me, it's all good. I'm spoken for. Sorry. I've been dating a unicorn for the past 10 years. Kind of a pain in the ass. He won't let me get past first base. Here we go with the gnawing on the fingers. Okay, that needs to stop. So, that was, well, things you don't think you're going to be doing when you get up in the morning. I'm going to have a dragon make love to my hand today. It's going to be a good day. I'll be calling my therapist doctor. Is it wrong that I'm attracted to a dragon? Are you seeing a dragon yet? That's a bigger problem. Why? I'm at an anime convention. Oh, never mind. No, you're fine. You're fine. What have I told you? Well, I'm distracted now. Let's see.